I'm on a mission to find out why there are holes in Swiss cheese. So I'm heading to the Emmer Valley in Switzerland, birthplace of Emmental and home to many small traditional dairies.
Hans. Matt, nice to meet you. Right, lead the way.
Hans Schuegg has a herd of 20 cows and favours the old-fashioned way of milking.
Really? Okay, that's quite cool. Pretty traditional, isn't it?
Das ist schon weltweit bekannt, dass die Schweizer eben aus Rohmilch Käse herstellen. Das sind sie auch in anderen Ländern beweisen, oder?
Ja.
Und schon vor x Dutzend Jahren.
It's certainly a traditional environment, not a fancy high-tech dairy by any means.
I mean, it is very, very basic. I mean, you've just got an open bucket here, and you've got lots of straw lying around. There's flies, there's cows, there's all kinds of things going on down there.
I'm surprised it's not a more clinical process in this day and age, but Hans clearly believes this environment is key to the quality of the end product. I've come across the valley to Affelton Dairy to meet cheese scientist Walter Biesig.
Hello, Walter.
Matt.
So, Walter, I come to find out what exactly is going on within the cheese-making process.
Let's go in here and look.
Walter has spent the last 3 years studying how the holes form.
So there's a lot of cheese going on in this room.
Yes, it's a maturing, fermenting room.
So what are you looking for in a really good cheese? How can you tell that this is full of bubbles?
I mean, the height of the cheese, how it's
Slightly
domed. That's important. And also we tap on the cheese, and then we can hear if there are enough holes or not enough yet, or if they are too small.
And this is ready to eat?
This is ready to eat.
That's the big knife.
It's 7 months old.
And that's a good kind of a number of bubbles, a good sort of...
Yeah, it's a good number, a good size.
That's delicious. Very nutty. So the bits missing that make the cheese.
It tastes great, but how do the holes get there? Walter is showing me the start of the process.
So what's happening here then?
Oh, he's inoculating now the milk with lactic acid bacteria.
All cheese is made using a unique combination of bacteria that gives it a distinct flavour, texture and appearance.
So is it the combination of these 3 bacteria that you had here? Is that what creates the holes so typical of Swiss cheese?
They work all together, these 3 types of bacteria, together with what you have seen in the cow shed on the farm. Some of these hay particles, straw particles come into the milk naturally, and they are also important to start the holes.
Traditionally, the farmer uses straw and hay on the floor, and there's dust particles in the air, and the open bucket, that has a bearing on the size and the development of the holes within the cheese.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
So it turns out the holes occur naturally as part of the age-old cheese-making process. Bacteria eats lactic acid in the milk and burps out billions of carbon dioxide molecules. Tiny hay particles that have found their way into the milk at the traditional dairy then provide a surface for the CO2 molecules to gather around so they slowly join together and form a bubble.
In our experiment, we added defined amounts of microparticles of hay, and we could see, according to the amount we added, the more holes we had.
Really?
Yeah, that was really impressive for us.
Yeah.
Quite surprising.
So it's a combination of traditional milking methods and special bacteria that creates the holes, not a hole punch. And thanks to Walter's research, the Swiss have more control over the size and number of their holes than ever before.